What is going on? We are the Fantasy Golf Gods, and we're back for another podcast. This week for the National Troops
Briar Green
tribute to the Briar Green. It's Greenbrier.
military tribute at the Greenbrier.
There you go. It's a Greenbrier compound in the hills of West Virginia. It's a very uppity old white person club with a lot of rich people that own houses there, including several golfers like Bubba and Phil, Webb Simpson. So we'll get into that in just a second. We are the Fantasy Golf Gods. That's Matt Jacobs, and I'm Rusty Miller. Did you mouth the intro?
I did not this time.
I switched it up on you today.
Yeah, we'll get something later to laugh at.
So, a couple of the viewers noticed in our last video, I always do the same exact entry, and Matt makes fun of it, so he was mouthing it to me while I was saying it. I didn't notice it because I was watching the camera, and a couple of the viewers pointed it out, and I thought I had to go back and look at it. I thought it was pretty funny. I didn't know you did it.
It's good comedy.
It is. So nice catch by you guys.
That means people actually watch this.
And pay the well, I mean, it is the opening of the show, so maybe we'll do something at the end to see if people
I've already
catch
done
it.
something since.
Oh, have you?
No.
All right. We did not do a podcast last week.
No, life got in the way.
Yeah, I mean, it was a shitty field. Tiger was the only one there.
Tiger and Ricky.
So, really, with life getting in the way and a really crappy field, it just didn't make sense for us to try to get it in.
But yeah, we're doing the Greenbrier.
We are, well, life's not in the way this week.
Life is not. Life is good.
So, we are going to do, you'll see that probably only a couple more times, if any.
Yeah.
Things will get in the way over into the fall. But we are human. We do have wives and families and jobs that aren't this.
Yes.
So sometimes
things happen.
Things do get in the way. So let's go back. I did watch
The Quicken?
The Quicken. Do you want to talk about the Travelers at all, since we didn't? You don't remember anything about it?
Jordan Spieth did not win.
No, he didn't even play, did he?
I don't remember. How far? That was 2 weeks ago?
That was the one we would have covered last week. But the only reason I wanted to bring that up...
Did we do a podcast for the Travelers?
We did. So, only reason I wanted to bring it up was because it was the week after the U.S. Open, and I was bragging about my core being so good at the U.S. Open.
Oh, that's right. This is the one where you got 1 of 6 through?
I 1 of 6 through on the cut.
That's impressive.
So, needless to say, I lost all of my money at the Travelers, and I didn't even play last week. Since we didn't do a podcast, I didn't do any research. I just took the week completely off of DraftKings. I didn't even watch Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. I did watch Sunday until Molinari ran away with it.
Yeah, so. It was, being a big Tiger fan, I watched a little bit of Tiger when I could at work at the desk, and it was interesting to see him with the putter switch. I think he likes his putter. So
it's ironic because I don't remember how he finished for the full week, but...
4th.
No, I meant strokes gained putting. Because, like, round 1 he wasn't very good.
He was like
losing,
dead last.
And then second round he made more feet in putts than... Which is kind of a weird stat, but it is a stat that they keep.
Mm-hmm.
Than he has all year. So... He was kind of up and down with it. I think the 3rd round they said he wasn't putting as well with it, and then the 4th round he kind of started.
On the 3rd round.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Birdied 4 in a row.
And then he bogeyed and then birdied. So like the last 6 holes on the front 9 was crazy.
Yeah, he's rolling it better. I don't think he's. I think he said it himself. I don't think he's seeing the line quite as good as he used to or he's going to. But I think he's rolling this putter much better. He got pretty hot with it on Sunday. Had the opportunity to go low. He just is making more mistakes than he is the special Tiger moments that he's used to. And previously, when he would make those mistakes, he would make usually a birdie the next hole and get himself back out of the hole.
He does
now
he does make a ton of birdies now, but he does make a lot of bogeys too.
That's his problem right now. Those used to be pars.
He used to save those for pars.
Yeah.
And it's no secret that Joe's a huge Tiger fan.
Correct.
And we've for years going back and forth about it, and he thought he was going to win this week and was talking.
He had a great chance, I think.
And Saturday morning, he thought he had already won the tournament and was talking so much junk, and I just having fun talking back to him, and then it ends up not even being really in contention.
No one was in contention.
Yeah, so.
And hats off to Molinari. That round, I watched it, and it was.
I mean, he played well all week, but then
But that final round,
he just went.
He had
he turned it 2 up or 3 up, and then won by 9.
Well, he won by. I think he won by 8. He won by 8.
Oh, I thought it was 9.
21 or 13.
I thought it was 21 and 12, but yeah.
But watching his putts, it's like, I mean, obviously he lined him up and he did what he's supposed to, but there were times where it looked like he just stepped up there and hit it at the hole, and it went.
And that was interesting because he chose to be here versus overseas,
which is where the
Ryder Cup is going to be. That's why JT and Rahm and
a couple other guys.
A lot of the guys were over there. So,
but yeah, it was very fun. I think Tiger's getting closer. I think Tiger will win on tour this year.
He's running out of places.
He is, but I don't think he's going to call the PGA his last event of the year. I think
so. He probably not. I think unless he can't get. I mean, he may not be able to get into the FedEx still. So
I don't know where he is in the FedEx.
But I saw that he said he was not adding another tournament between the British Open and Firestone, and right now he's not qualified for.
He's not qualified.
So if he doesn't, he's not playing any tournament. His next 2 tournaments will be the Open and then the PGA Championship.
Really?
Yeah, that will be his next 2 events if he doesn't qualify.
So what does he have to do to qualify?
It's so many more points, but I don't know. I mean, if he didn't get them yesterday, which I think a top 2 would have done it, but I don't know that for sure.
We will find out as we do some Googling and talking.
So that's interesting if you think about looking at his schedule coming down, that if he only plays the Open, the PGA, there's no way he's going to have enough to get deep into the FedEx, even if he makes the first cup.
What is it, the 130?
Yeah, first one's 145, and then it goes down to 100, and then it goes to 50, quick. And then to 30 at the tour, I think.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, but...
Yeah, so it's interesting to see how that's lining up, because, I mean... How much is he going to play? Because there's going to be Ryder Cup, and he wants to play.
Yeah, I know.
He's not qualified, obviously, for that. So he's going to have to be a captain's pick. And now that's a more pertinent question. Do you think at this point he's good enough to warrant a captain's pick?
Well, he's already a vice captain.
Right.
At this point. I mean, he has shown some signs of brilliance.
But he doesn't deserve it over everybody else that's there.
But at the end of the day...
By the way, looking at the European Ryder Cup, we're going to have a good team, but they are too.
Yeah,
they're deep.
But I have this belief that Tiger Woods, if Tiger Woods is going to be your last captain pick, it doesn't matter who's up next or who the next guy is.
Headline, it's Tiger Woods' latest performance vaults him in the U.S. Ryder Cup team standings. So I wonder what it got him to, though.
I don't know. We need to get that guy on this.
Get Ryan out of bed and have him do some research for us.
Ryan! What's his name? Tiger Woods?
Yeah. He's up 11 spots. Let's see what he...
In Ryder Cup, he's 47th in FedEx Cup points.
Okay, so
he's well inside.
So he's all the way to not the Tour Championship, but the BMW.
BMW, yeah.
Which is not an Indy this year, right?
I don't believe so. I think it's next year.
I think they quit going to Cricket
Yeah,
Stick.
they did. This used to be a podcast about Draft Kings.
Well, we'll get there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Really, if you guys are sticking around for the Greenbrier, sorry.
We'll talk
All right.
about that shortly.
So right now, it's Brooks, DJ, Patrick Reed, JT, Bubba, Jordan, Ricky, and DeChambeau as logs. Webb, Phil, Kuchar, and Harmon on the bubble. That's what it says.
So,
Tony Finau with a good one here could move up because he's in 13th.
I wouldn't mind seeing Finau on a Ryder Cup team. That could be nice.
It would be nice. I think Xander would be good too, but he's in 14th, so he's going to have to make some moves.
I think
They're absolutely going to pick Phil. And
I think you
probably
picked Phil and
Kuchar.
Tiger. I think you picked Phil and Tiger.
I think they picked Kuchar over Tiger right
No.
now. Tiger's at 29 or 28th right now. Man, Cantley I thought was going to have a big year, and he's just not done much.
That's a pretty good team, though.
Yeah. Do you want? So that's 8 is pretty strong, and then from 9, 10, 11, and 12 is where you get kind of, I think.
Yeah, but if we can get, I don't know. We'll talk Ryder Cup another time because I could talk about Ryder Cup for 2 hours.
Me too. So let's keep talking. Here's the Euro one.
I don't care about the Euros.
I want to look at their. It's not really. Terrell Hatton is their number 1 qualifier right now.
Yeah.
But Justin Rose, Fleetwood, Molinari after his win, Alex Noren, who did win that big, because he can win when he's not in the U.S.
Yeah.
John Rahm.
But then that stops. And Rory, I mean, that stops it. I mean, Stenson's in 13th.
He'll be a captain's pick.
Sergio's in 16th.
He's going to get us our captain's pick. Ian Poulter will get a pick.
They only get so many captain's picks.
They get 4.
Each team gets 4?
Yeah.
Oh, no. These
Okay,
guys,
so 8 gets 8 right away, and then 2 closer to time, and then 2 Ryder Cup, or then 2 captain's picks.
I don't remember.
I don't know. We should probably know that.
I just like watching.
Yeah, can't wait. And the best part of it, one of the good parts of it, it's going to be on in France, so we get to get up at 2 in the morning and watch it and be jacked all day.
Yes, I will be taking those days off.
Hell yeah. We should
Live podcast
yeah.
during it.
Periscope them. All right.
Done.
Are we done?
All right, let's Greenbrier this up.
Oh, I thought we were done with the podcast.
That's it.
All right.
Greenbrier, pick your winners. See ya.
Deuces. No, it's really going to be a fairly short. I'm not going through this scrub field. There's only a few people that we're talking about. I'll give you some flyers that I researched and I think has a shot, and then we'll go from there. How's that?
That's perfect.
All right. We can start at the top like we always do with the above 10,000. We actually spread it out.
I never actually thought I'd see the day that Tony Finau was 11.5 and above Mickelson.
Or the highest ranked, our most expensive golfer on DraftKings.
Yeah.
11.5.
Because I remember watching him in the big break.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, granted, he was like 17.
But he was good then.
Yeah.
But now he's the most expensive golfer on DraftKings at the Greenbrier.
He still hasn't won shit. I was listening to Mayo and
Has he
Jeff
not won
Feinberg.
anything?
By the way, the only comment we got on that whole rant about me looking like Feinberg, somebody did say I look like his cousin or his brother.
Wait, Feinberg's brother?
Yeah.
I told you.
I don't believe it. So, listening to them today, and they were talking about his odds because he's the favorite to win this at like 11-1 or something, and you were joking about how if you said that at Christmas, you would have thought he won the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
And then they said, well, what would his odds have been if he won the U.S. Open? And he said it couldn't have been any better, so they're treating him like he did win it.
I mean,
In his DraftKings and his... I mean, he did finish, what, 3rd?
yeah, I mean, he played well, but...
Yeah, he played well, but he didn't win it.
I figured Bubba would have been iron him.
Bubba doesn't. I mean, he's never missed a cut
But
here.
top
But
10s.
yeah.
I mean, Finau has 5 top 10s and 14 of 17 cuts. Bubba has 4 top 10s and 11 of 13 cuts.
And 3 wins. 3 dubs for Bubba this year.
I know.
That's insane.
All right, so are you taking Tony?
No, I'm not taking anybody up here. Yes, I am. I'm taking Xander to go back to back. So, Tony, Phil, Bubba, Webb, Russell Henley, and Xander are all above $10,000.
So I can tell you this. I will do probably 3 lineups, and I might have 1 or 2 of these players, but that's it.
I'm taking 1, and that's Xander, because, as always, when it's a shit field,
He plays well.
but there's nobody else at the bottom to take. I'm not going to take 11-5.
Well, it's all right because my lineup starts at 9-3.
So that's Chucky 3 sticks?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I like 2 people above that. I do like Xander a lot here. He obviously did get his first career win here last year. He is playing fairly well right now. This course must fit him if he won. I like his price break over the top tier.
Yeah.
And then right under him is Joaquin Niemann, who will be my one and done this week. He's just primed to win at some point here. He's on the John Rahm track. When he came out, turned pro right after the Masters, started posting top 10s and top 5s, and Rahm got a win here shortly around this time. So I believe Neiman's, I almost called him Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix is going to get a win here shortly. And he rates out spectacularly in my model.
Does he?
Oh, do you want to tell him about the course? We forgot about that.
All right. It is the Greenbrier Classic. It is the Greenbrier Old White TPC R70, 7,200 yards. There are 2 par 5s, both on the back, 0 par 5s on the front. So,
I would
get your
hate
points on the back.
Course.
Yeah, be all right. But so interesting course. Got destroyed with some bad flooding here a couple years ago.
Yeah, 2016 there wasn't a tournament here.
Just destroyed it. It's crazy seeing those pictures.
Yeah.
But the most memorable tournament.
So they did put the greens back in bent now.
Yeah.
So it's a second year bent grass greens. So that's interesting. If you're doing a putting in your model, you might want to look at bent putting.
So the only tournament that I've ever actually watched here was 2010.
Yes.
When our boy Ovidovi, Jeff Overton,
almost got his one and
got
only
killed
win.
by Stuart Appleby's 59.
Yeah, he went into the final round with a lead and just got sniped by Appleby's 59.
Just cut his Achilles right there.
I mean,
if you're gonna lose,
if I recall, he shot like a 65 or something in the final round, so it wasn't like he blew up, but he just got ran down by Appleby.
Oh yeah, it was.
It sucked.
Me.
Yeah,
that was the year that Jeffrey Lawrence Overton made the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, I thought he made it in 2012.
Was it? I thought it was 2010. But that was the infamous Boom Baby.
Boom Baby.
Which was it was 2010 Ryder Cup.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was overseas, but
right.
2010, which was awesome. But
yeah,
he's
when he sinks one from the fairway and
that
Bubba tries to react. Yeah.
That's the Ryder
Cup. If you're new to the podcast, Overton is from Indiana. That's where we are. Evansville. And we live in Bloomington, and he went to school here at IU, and we've both met him a few times. So we're big.
I almost
Jeff
hit him
Overton.
once on the golf course with my 4-iron.
There you go. So we're big Jeff Overton fans, and hope he gets back out on tour soon. So
he was at the Duke IU game.
Yeah.
And hit a putt from full court to win some guy a trip around the world or something.
Yeah.
You should have seen that.
He was there with Clayton.
Oh, you should have seen Fuzzy.
Oh,
Fuzzy Zeller was out there throwing dollars on the... I mean, they had to have been hundreds on the course, or on the court to see if he'd make it. But
All right.
So that was the last... That's the course. That was the last time I watched this tournament. I'll probably watch it a little bit this week, because I would like to see Finau win. Stat wise, I'm going ball striking, putting, tee to green, par 4 scoring.
Ball striking and approach, par 4 scoring, and greens and reg.
Yeah.
So, same sort of things as always. In the 9,000s, who do you like? There's Neiman, who I've already said I like. Harmon, Chucky 3 Sticks, who you said you've already liked.
I've scratched Chucky. I've found somebody else.
All right, Johnny Walker Blue, and JB Holmes are in the 9,000s.
I like JB, Jimmy, and Joaquin.
Okay. And then, so I like Joaquin and Chucky 3 Sticks actually here.
I do like Chucky 3 Sticks here, but his tournament history is not great.
No.
Which, tournament history isn't everything, i.e. Daniel Berger at whatever tournament that was.
U.S. Open?
No. When he won 2 years in a row and then missed the cut.
Oh, St. Jude.
St. Jude, there you go. So I'm not too worried about it, but JB Holmes, T9, T22, T23, T27. Joaquin Needham, T29 last year. He's playing phenomenal this year. Who else did I say? That's
Jimmy
it.
Walker.
Jimmy Walker, T18 cut, T2 cut. Coming off the Lyme disease, he's been playing very well. I think he's got...
if he played T18 here last year with Lyme disease,
I know, right?
that would have been his
That's
best
at least
finish.
good for a T2 this year.
That's like when we talk about Bubba. Last year, he made the cut, but finished 50-something. That's like winning it with a putt-putt ball.
I know, right?
So
Jimmy Walker should clear this one, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I like in the...
Okay. JB Holmes actually has good tournament history here as well. This course is interesting. It's a lot of par 4 scoring. It doesn't really suit a single type of golfer. The long guys can hit it and spray it a little bit. The fairways, it's in the hills of the West Virginia mountains, but you can be a little wild and still find it. And then it's not long enough that the short guys can't get there.
Yeah, it was fine.
So it's almost 2,000 feet above elevation too.
Sea level.
Yeah.
The level of the sea.
Yep. So it helps there a little bit as well. So let's go back. In the 8,000s,
who do we got?
Ryan Moore, Danny Lee, who has won here, Kevin Noss, Strillman, Keegan, Snedeker, Anabar, Lahari, Jamie Lovemark, Brian Gay after a good weekend, and Kevin Kisner.
So I like Ryan Moore, Lahari, and Gay.
I actually like Danny Lee, Strillman, and Lovemark. So Lovemark actually has a pretty good history here. T3 here last year. So I like him. I'm going to try to sneak him into a lineup and see how that rolls. I like Strillman. He's been playing pretty well. He finished well last week. Where did he end up finishing last week? Oh, he fell down the leaderboard on Sunday. But he was on the front page on Saturday.
Yeah, it was.
And then Keegan, I think, or Danny Lee, he's got a mixed bag as in a history. Here, he's not been doing. He's won here, obviously. T9 last year. In 15, he won it. In 16 is T16. And then recently, if you look at recent form, Fort Worth, he was T14. Correct. And at Travelers, he was T15. But then he's got 3 missed cuts in there. So he's kind of all over. He's, as we call it, checkers or wreckers, right?
Yeah.
He's going to top 15 you or miss the cut.
But
he's coming back to a place that he likes.
Has he missed the last 3 cuts?
No.
Okay.
So it was 14 cut, 15 cut.
Okay.
So by the pattern, there's one more cut coming. But I'm going to say he bypasses it.
So what's his, who are we looking at, Danny Lee?
Mm-hmm.
What's his recent Game 1, cut, T15, cut.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. There's
He
2
scares
top
me.
15s
That's scary.
and 3 cuts.
Yeah. I'm going to pass on Danny.
And we're going to a place that he likes.
Okay.
The last 3 years that it's been here, he's been in 16th, 9th, and won it.
Fair enough.
I'm going to take some Danny Lee. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I will not. But
Okay.
thank you for the offer.
Yep. Keep going.
79s?
Sure.
All right. Who do we got? Let's see.
I'm just trying to look at
You keep looking.
ownership on Danny Lee as of now, estimated 10%. So people right around him, like JB's at 18, Ryan Moore's at 16, Strowman's at 12, Keegan's at 16. So he's on the lower side of that. The only person lower than him is Kevin Na right there. So I like his ownership's not going to scare me off. So it points even more to taking toward
I do like that.
Danny Lee.
So in the 7,000s, give me.
You know, Aaron Wise hasn't made a cut since he won.
I did not know that.
I was like, oh, I like this price in this field for Aaron Wise.
And then
I went to look at his recent events, and there's a lot of cuts in there.
All right, well, give me 3 guys in the 7,000 that are going to make the cut.
3 guys in the 7,000 that will make the cut.
Will make the cut.
Andrew Putnam.
Check.
Scott Piercy.
Check.
And Austin Cook.
Check. I'm a little concerned with Piercy's putting.
He putts horribly on every surface, but bent is his best surface.
Bent's his baby.
I mean, it's not great, but it's still better than everything else.
What about our friend Cheng Sung Pan?
CT Pan is
his name is Cheng Sung Pan.
Yeah, he goes by CT.
Right here, it says it.
Yeah.
Cheng Sung Pan.
I would go by CT too.
Yeah, me too.
CT I like a lot. He's actually in my core this week, and we'll get to that.
I do like CT here.
Yeah. Another flyer up here is Ted Potter Jr.
Yeah.
He's won here. He's won this year.
I can go with that.
But to me, he's too high.
Price too high?
Yeah. I mean,
I can see him at like 72, 73.
Maybe in this field, but I mean, most
in a normal field is 68, 69.
67, 68. Yeah. So I'd like to have seen him still around 7,000.
Yeah, but then you go down there and look at who's in 68, 69. You're like, I didn't know this guy. I thought this guy was a hockey player.
Yeah. So Rory Sabatini had been playing so well. I finally took him last week. Oh, I didn't play Draft Kings. I had started to, and then I went to look at it.
And you said, no.
And he missed the cut last week, so I was really glad that I ended up not playing.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I wouldn't take him this week either. But Abraham Answer played really well last week.
He did really well.
This course will fit him as well. So you can find some sneaky guys. I'm feeling that Answer will be popular. He's popular all the time, and now a week after he pops,
he will probably be pretty popular.
In this field at that low, right now he's only projected at 6'7". So
really?
Yeah, CT Pan's projected at 11.8. So I might flip flop some shares there. I actually like Answer just as well as I do CT.
Yeah, same price.
Yeah,
You can be all right.
All right.
What we got now? We're still in the 7,000.
Yeah, so do you see anybody else in the 7s that you want to talk about?
Not really.
How interesting is it to see James Hahn at 7,100 in this field?
He should be at, like, based on what I'm looking at here, his recent results in my stats, he should be at, like, 1,700. I think they got a little dyslexic and put that the wrong way. My rank 117, ball striking 97, putting 90.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Green 97, par 4 scoring 88, and stroke screen approach 126.
He's not playing well.
But it's that high.
It's interesting though I mean, because of who he is. He's got wins on the tour.
He ain't Anthony Kim.
R.I.P.
I know.
I don't think he actually died, but for all intents and purposes.
No, it's an insurance thing.
I know.
Yeah, he gets more money than he could ever.
I know.
Man, I loved Anthony Kim.
Yeah, he was going to be the next Ricky Fowler.
I loved him at Valhalla.
Yeah.
But that was Ryder Cup too. Why are Ryder Cups so awesome? Yeah, I don't
really see anybody. Bronson Burgoon played pretty well with Tiger this week.
He did. I might be able to take a flyer on him.
His game held up under that pressure. I was impressed.
Possibly Damon,
who apparently got mad at his playing partner.
Oh yeah, accused him of cheating.
Yeah, and
they didn't get mad at him. Just straight up accused him of cheating.
And the tour didn't care.
Yeah, they said, I guess.
Sun King.
Yeah,
Sun King.
Took an illegal drop or something. Well, I didn't see it. Did you?
I didn't. So a couple names down here that gets really scary, but I wanted to go ahead and find some names for you guys.
Okay.
Corey Connors.
I do like Connors here.
Rates really good in my model.
So does
he's been playing well.
Bronson.
Yeah.
Both of those, Bronson and Connors, are two flyers you could probably take and do pretty well with.
And then he's played decently recently, and then he's actually played here fairly well as well. Let me try to find where he's at here.
Who are you looking at?
Connors. Oh, he's never played here.
The only thing that concerns me about Connors is his putting, because putters need to do well here. I mean, and they said it on this week's broadcast, and it's the same every week, but whoever's striking the ball best and putting the best always wins. And I think it's hard to be. I believe you can be the best ball striker like Tiger and be so far down in putting and be in the top so many, but you're not going to win the tournament. Now, with Connors being $7,000, you don't need to win. If you get a top 10, it's paying dividends. But his putting's a little concerned. I'd take Bronson over Corey Connors.
Okay. And then a couple more names. Scott Stallings has a decent history here. Not missed a cut yet here. Johnny Huh shows up pretty good in the model. And then even like Vaughn Taylor can compete here and shows up in the model. Your boy Patton Kazire is still at $6,700,
which is crazy.
His ball striking, which is his bread and butter, has left him halfway through the season after his second win.
Gosh, isn't that crazy?
But he can win. So
sure, he's done it
twice already this year. So I think that you have.
I mean, if you're gonna take somebody down here, you're either taking Azwegan, or Kazire.
And then you got JD down here at the men. So you can take John Daly, you can take Bowditch, you can take Smiley, all of them. We should take a pool to see who can finish the highest out of those three.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lineup in the quarter arcade and see if I can finish with 0 points.
I don't think you can. I bet you can finish dead last though.
Yeah, I'm probably.
No, there's people that like reserve seats and then.
Well, of people that play.
Oh, well, I don't think that they'll let you figure that out.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I don't see anybody down low. If you want to take a real flyer, take Chris Couch.
Okay.
Other than that,
I like the Gooch a little bit.
Steve Wheatcroft.
Another Indiana boy, but you don't like him.
I like him.
Yes, Chris Couch rates out really well in my model.
Yeah.
For that price. So, all right. Tell me your core. Do you have one?
Yeah. It is. Oh, hold on. Jimmy Walker.
Yep.
J.B. Holmes.
Yep.
Andrew Putnam.
Yep.
And Answer.
Okay.
And that will leave you with $8,400 a piece.
I'm going higher on mine, so I'm taking Xander and Neiman at the top. Nunemaker. Joaquin Phoenix, and then Kevin Chappell and CT Pan. And that leaves you 77.5.
I like it.
So, tell me your winner.
I was going to ask you first.
I'm taking Neiman.
I could see Finau winning this, but I don't want to take him because he's at the top. I could also see Bubba going for a fourth tournament win.
It's not a typical Bubba track in the fact that he plays super well here.
But I am going to go with Jimmy Walker.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
I think he's going to get it done.
Sounds good. Leave your comments below and tell us who you've got winning this week.
And I can't wait till the Ryder Cup.
Well, I'll settle for John Deere next week, which should have at least a couple good players in it.
Let's see, we have the John Deere, then
the Open.
The Open.
Yes. Can't
so
wait.
Is it bad of me that I don't want Tiger to win the Open?
Why?
Because I'll be at the PGA and I want him to win his first major there, so I can be there.
But you'll be there on Friday.
I've already got things arranged to where if I need to be there, if he's...
You know how much tickets are right now?
Don't care.
Emptying the bank account.
Do you know how much it would be worth to watch Tiger win his first major back? You know what that'd be worth to me? At least a few thousand. I would pay it.
All right. So,
well, did you see who's playing in the...
Looking at the upcoming...
PGA?
Hold on.
Hold on. You know who's playing in PGA?
Who?
Another local boy.
Who?
Craig Bowden.
Is it the Senior Open?
No, he qualified through the PGA of America.
Oh, because he's a Tour Pro.
Yeah, so he's...
Tour Pro. I mean, he was on tour, and now he's a professional.
Through an event, and he's actually playing in the PGA.
So that's he lives in Bedford, which is
20 minutes from us.
20 minutes south of
Which, guess who he's good friends with?
Who?
Caleb.
Yeah.
Guess who I know?
Caleb. So what's that going to do?
I don't know. I want some backstage passes.
Backstage passes in this concert?
Yeah.
So... we have the Greenbrier this week, and then the John Deere, and then the Open. Then we have the Canadian Open, which actually draws a decent field. A WGC Bridgestone. And then the PGA. And then we have the Wyndham, which is a crappy field, but it always goes low. It's like minus 25 is the winner. That's a fun event. And then we start the 4 FedEx Cup events. It's getting late. I love it.
I really need to get my one and done game going.
And then the FedEx Cup, and then Ryder Cup. Then we're back in the fall swing season.
It's going too fast.
It is. I'm so eager for this part of the schedule, but before you know it, it's going to be gone.
But see, like, I get super hyped up about the Open.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go to the Canadian, and I'll be like, who cares? It's not the Open. And we're only we have the Bridgestone.
Which is a cool event.
Great event. And then we have the PGA.
Yeah.
And then you have the Canadian Smash.
And you're going to the PGA. And I might.
Super excited.
I gotta still check on that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Justin got his. We got our tickets.
Joe's going.
Is he really?
Yeah. And then, so we're excited.
I know.
I just got to get these crappy events, the Travelers, the Quicken Loans, and then the Greenbrier out of the way.
The Canadian Open's going to be hard for me to focus on.
Yeah, I won't watch it.
I mean, I don't even know that I'll play.
We probably won't be doing a podcast.
We're gonna phone that one in.
So, all right. Anything else we need to tell them? Like and subscribe. We haven't had a ton of new subscribers, so if you like this, please do share. Let your buddies know.
Yeah.
You can follow us on Twitter at Fantasy Golf Gods.
If there's anything you want to see us discuss, tell us.
For sure.
We like to talk golf.
Speaking
of golf.
Oh, and before we go there, speaking of what you want to hear and things like that, we had a lot of fun at the Masters for the live show.
So
and you were gone during the U.S. Open, so we didn't do it. But we will be doing one for the U.S. Open or the British Open.
I wonder if we can get all jacked up on Red Bull and Mountain Dew. And live feed it right up until the tee off.
So that's a problem. So maybe, but we'll start it at like 9 o'clock. And we'll end at like 11 or 12 like we normally do.
It had to be up in 2 hours.
Then it has
to.
We'll dead. But maybe we can stay up and just stay on if there's.
Well, maybe we just started at 12.
Then I don't think normal viewers be watching. Maybe we'll get West Coast guys.
Maybe France's viewers will be watching. Parlez-vous français?
Maybe we can get our
That's Fantasy Golf Gods in French.
Ooh, there
Did
you
you
go.
know that?
No.
Yeah, it's not.
Maybe we can get our friends from Europe, the golf noobs, to come.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we get a simulcast with them.
Yeah.
But speaking of golf, have you been watching what's happening in NBA free agency?
How's that? Speaking of golf, I saw LeBron went to L.A.
Did you see? You know who DeMarcus Cousins is?
Yeah.
Did you see where he went?
No.
Just guess.
Warriors.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I saw PG signed with Thunder again.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, the Warriors legitimately, if healthy, I saw this tweet. If healthy, their starting five would beat the East Coast Conference All-Stars right now.
So let's see. Curry, Thompson, Klay Thompson,
Durant,
Draymond, and Boogie.
Yeah. They gave up McGee.
Yeah, I saw he signed with the Lakers.
Yeah.
With Lance and LeBron.
Yeah.
And they're talking about sending Lonzo and somebody else to San Antonio for Kawhi.
I don't think that's going to happen now. I think Kawhi's going somewhere else.
I'm way over my skis talking basketball stuff, but
it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I was really hoping to get some help for Vic. I heard we got Tariq Evans.
How old is that guy?
I don't know.
Didn't he play at Iowa?
No, I think you're thinking of
Reggie Evans played at Iowa.
You're thinking Reggie Miller.
No, Reggie Evans played at Iowa, dumbass. Reggie Miller.
Memphis, University of Memphis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting free agency moves going on. Nerlens Noel went to the Thunder. I believe that's who he went to. Yeah.
What's the Rockets doing? Just staying in pat?
Yeah.
Isn't Chris Paul a free agent?
I don't know. There's so much of it going on. I just don't.
I hate Paul George.
Why? I'm so much happier that we got Victor.
Absolutely.
And if Paul George would have came back, I would have stopped watching.
Yeah, I just think that.
And I don't watch the NBA.
I just think that he thinks he's like the greatest player ever and deserves max deals, and I don't think he's that good.
He's good, but
he never made the Pacers any good.
No. Did you see? I mean, you didn't see this obviously, but yeah, Boogie, 1 year deal, 5.3.
Why? Is that all he can get, or did he just
chasing
a ring?
Just tore his Achilles, so he's recovering from that.
Oh yeah, halfway through the season.
Yeah, but he couldn't get a max deal anywhere, so now he's doing this. I mean, they're going to win another championship. It's not.
I love the fact that I saw the tweets about LeBron going to LA, and it was like, now you can lose to Steph in the first round instead of the finals.
Yeah. Someone posted on Facebook it's the bandwagon application.
Oh yeah.
Please fill this out if you are now a Lakers fan.
All right. If you want to leave your comments below, you can talk about your fantasy or your free agent signage that you thought was cool. We'll look at that. And
yeah. I like sports, so I don't care what we talk.
I'm much more a baseball guy than a basketball guy. So, but you don't know anything about baseball, so we'll have to get somebody on.
4 strikes and you're out.
Yep, 4 of them. You're an idiot. We'll see you guys next week.
Take care, guys.
Bye.